I've gone places and I've experienced things and I've made so much money that it would not have come from just being a doctor. There's no way, it's impossible, okay? Other doctors want to do what I want to do.
Yeah, now you're teaching them how.
Exactly.
Welcome back to my studio with me and my clients. I'm so excited to invite you in closer. So this is something I've never done before, trying to be a little innovative for 2022. But what I want to do is I want to introduce you to my clients and their success stories so that you can get a feel like, what do I need to do? How do I get there? What does success look like? What does it look like on the path to $1 million business? All right. So this is exciting. I love having proof points, and I love introducing you to my clients and hearing their success stories. I want them to brag on themselves today. I want them to be free to be able to talk because my audience can take it. They want to hear all the behind the scenes, whatever's happened, good and bad. We want to hear it all. So let me introduce you to my very first client. It's Dr. Jason Littleton. All right, Jason, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do. You can say your name again just for the sake of the audience.
Thank you, Dr. Stacia. Honored to be here. I'm Dr. Jason Littleton. I'm CEO and founder of Littleton Concierge Medicine, which is a subspecialty of primary care, and it's elite practice. It serves people who want dedicated point of care, elite care, 24/7.
Wow, that sounds prestigious.
Definitely is.
All right, I like it. So, since you started coaching, we've been able to get you from idea to multi-million-dollar side business. You know, this kind of the concierge services started as kind of like side hustle, side business kind of thing. Man, now it's like taking over, right?
Oh my gosh.
So also during that time, you've been able to cross so many big goals off of your bucket list, and so many so that I had to write them down. So tell us what you have manifested in TV appearances, national magazine, top doctor in the area, traveling around the world. And so I just want to say this, that, you know, people go into business for financial freedom.
Right.
The reason why we start a business is because we can see ourselves having this freedom-based life and being able to do what we want when we want. That's really the goal. We don't go into business because we see ourselves working long hours up all night and never going anywhere. Right. But you have manifested that. Oh my God. You're living that life and your business is thriving. Yes. So can you tell us some of how did you get there? Like how did we build this story?
Well, you know, I was attending one of your seminars, and I got to be honest, I was lost. I was a burnt out doctor. I just got into residency, and I started out really excited. I thought things were going to be like a Grey's Anatomy TV show and everything like that, but it really didn't turn out to be that. I actually was faced with the hard reality that I was seeing between like 24 to 30 patients a day. Wow. I was only given maybe 15 minutes with each patient. I felt like I was on a treadmill. I was tired. I did feel down. I did feel depressed. I felt like I got into the wrong business altogether in regards to being a doctor. I should have been a banker or something like that. So it was a hard situation to be in, and I didn't feel like I had any way out. I had probably $300,000 worth of medical school loans and debt, which was getting interest, $300,000, right? Yeah. And I took a job initially that didn't even pay that much per year, you know, not even close. Wow. Okay, a fraction of that. So it was something that I just felt dead end, and when I attended one of your seminars, you just brought hope to my situation. Wow,
so you're sitting there in the seminar, you got $300,000 worth of bills, you're feeling like I might have made the wrong choice in life. Mm-hmm. It's not giving me that Grey's Anatomy look and feel at all. Right. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to go. So you came, you invested in your advancement. Exactly. You invested to come to one of my seminars. You were looking for change, right, hope. Yeah. And so you sat there, and something I must have said triggered something inside of you. What happened?
Absolutely. First of all, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know if I wanted to go in business. I didn't see myself as an entrepreneur. Okay. But what you said to me that changed the game is you said the word concierge medicine. And I had never heard about that before. They didn't teach me about that in medical school. No one told me anything about this.
This new concept.
It was a new concept.
Comes up in this seminar.
Yes, that you birthed into my life right then then. I'll never forget it because I've never heard anything about it.
Wow.
Okay? But you knew about it. You had researched it and everything like that. And I remember you took certain people in the audience and you put them in a hot seat and you gave them new ideas. You've birthed them new ideas and you told me, hey, this is concierge medicine. This is what it does. It's about, you know, taking care of people in elite fashion. And right then and there, it's just like a light bulb went off.
Wow.
And, you know, I engaged with you through Success Mastery at that time.
Right.
Okay, this is over a decade ago.
Wow.
And through Success Mastery, you showed me how to go from not having a business, not knowing what concierge medicine is, to understanding what that was, how to implement that as a physician, and really how to get off and running.
Wow, that's amazing. So you get into this concierge medicine, it gets off and running, and obviously it becomes successful. You become the success story.
Right.
So now you're not feeling down anymore. You're kind of out of the blue area where you're feeling, you know, depressed and that kind of thing. You have this new business, and then now this business is taking off. Then you desire that you want to like get on TV. I guess, you know, get more clients. You want to have TV appearance. You want to have some recognition to your business.
Right.
Now I will say this for our audience sake, that concierge medicine is so new and so fresh. Right. And I remember we birthed that in that workshop, which is one of the fortes of my coaching ability is my intuitive coaching, you know, my being able to see into my client's world and pull out what they should be doing next. Right. And I have had a pretty good success record with that. I call it my prophetic coaching. Oh my God. You know, like I see into the future and I'm like, hey, this is it. And then you go for it and then it turns into this multi-million-dollar company. But so we get this company rolling, then you're like, hey, I want to service certain kind of CEOs, top people, that kind of thing. So you want magazine appearance, and I think everybody that's probably listening to us right now, they have to have some kind of media goals. Right. People want to be in the limelight. I mean, that's like, everyone wants to be known. People say they don't, but I don't think that's true. People want to have some kind of limelight, some kind of recognition for the work you did. So that's what you had. So I remember setting these high mark goals, magazine, national TV, all that kind of stuff. Now, what happened so that they can understand, you have to tell them all of our secrets, but like what happened, how did I help you to do that? Like,
well, you know,
media, you know, how many times have you been on TV?
Oh my gosh, probably at least 300 times.
What?
On national
I didn't
TV.
even know that.
Yeah, I mean, altogether 300 times. Wow. I mean, you know, it's amazing.
Like what kind of TV?
Well, look, I've been on Fox. I've been on Fox News National.
Wow.
I've been on the Dr. Oz show. Wow. I've been on Dr. Nandy's show.
Wow.
I've done so many things that have allowed me to communicate what I do as a concierge doctor. Wow. And not just that, publications. I mean, publications that people know, like Red Book, like Prevention Magazine, like, you know, I've been on things that have made a difference. Orlando Sentinel, I've been on Orlando's Top Doctor Magazine, Health and Beauty Magazine.
Wow.
You know,
so
it's been endless. One of the awards that I've gotten that really changed the game for me is I became the chairman of family medicine at Orlando Regional, okay?
Wow.
And
huge.
This was something that, you know, when people see you as a leader, when they see that you're changing the game in Orlando, when they see that you're doing certain things and you have certain recognition, you know, you get voted into that position. It's a very high honor to run the entire Department of Family Medicine in Orlando.
Wow.
And so this was something that I call it the Dr. Stacia effect, because it was a win that parallels the wins that I always see you getting. And it was something that, you know, because I connected to you through Success Mastery, that happened as a result of the training and courses and gold cards, which I use to actually attain a lot of these things.
Wow. So, and then you traveled around the world. So tell me, how does that translate with my coaching? Like, you travel around the world. What did I say or do that caused you to be able to manifest those things?
You know, one of the things that you did is you have one of your ancillary courses, Go Big, and I took that course, and it was an adjunct to Success Mastery. And so that really caused me to dream in a way that I didn't really think was possible. I wasn't dreaming like this when I lived in a 1,000-square-foot apartment and didn't have anything to show for, didn't have a business. I started wanting to think about going to places like Japan and Dubai and Italy, and these are places that I finally did. I wrote these things in my journal, okay? I started believing that, hey, look, let me be honest with myself. If I'm honest with myself, I want to travel the world. I want to have money so I can pay for my family. I go first class. I want to be able to use my business to produce these things. And you set me up in a way and caused me to be a successful concierge doctor where I was producing money to take my family and I on trips that have changed lives. We've been to, like, you know, we've been to Outback rodeo vacations. We've been to, like I said, Italy, Japan, Australia, all sorts of things that have been life-changing.
That's amazing. All right, so let's talk about mindset. How important was mindset coaching to helping you build a multi-million-dollar concierge doctor business? How did your mindset change? What was it like before and after?
Well, I mean, before it was, you know, there was a lot of fear. You know, when it comes to concierge medicine, you know, patients are used to paying a certain price, all right? They don't want this to be just the down the street store that they're using their insurance. They want to pay a premium because they want premium service.
Right.
But I was fearful about that. And so you helped me to say, look, you know, you saw my value and worth. I didn't see that. You saw my potential. And I remember I would charge a very low fee, and you're like, Jason, that's not going to work. You can't do that. But I was afraid to cross that line. And you started showing me how I needed to charge more. I remember when I was just charging maybe, like, you know, something less than $2,000, and you're like, no. You got to have a beginning package of $5,000, and your highest package needs to be $20,000, $25,000. But mindset, I wasn't there until you showed me that I can't be afraid. If you think that I can do it as my coach, then I have to step out and do it. And so that was a big fear factor I had to cross.
So what are some of the things you did?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I remember you helped me with a multi-$1,000 contract that I was afraid to ask for more. This was for about $300,000 to $400,000.
I remember that.
And you put that together, and you showed me, look, when you go to the bargaining table, you need to ask for this. And I was just like, you know, whenever you say that, I say nothing because my first word would probably have been fear.
Right.
But you've taught me all the time, just say yes. Well, I just did what you told me to do, to be honest. First of all, you told me to ask for this much, ask for $300,000, $400,000, and don't flinch. Don't look like you're a newbie to this, but to go ahead, look them in the face, say, this is what I'm gonna do, this is the value, this is the package, and they said yes, and I call you, you know, I was like, hey, I can't believe they said yes.
What were the exercises I had you do at home?
Oh my gosh, you had me look in the mirror, you had me, you know, practice saying what I need to say so I wouldn't flinch. You actually helped me, you told me about obviously journalizing, making sure that I'm writing what my thoughts down, to really storyboard that out. I did all those things in my success journal, and it made a difference. It helped build that confidence to be able to get to that table and to ask for more.
See, we're giving people real $1 million strategies here. This is like free coaching. I think I'm doing too much. I'm giving them so much, but I'm telling you that that's major because, see, people, that's the other side of this, strategy and spirituality. See, that work right there got you $300,000. Right. And that's where the coaching part comes in, and that's kind of some of the work people don't want to do. Get in the mirror, write in your journal, say it over and over and over again. And you know, I know so many people, some people I have told do those things. They skip that part. They go to the meeting and they say, it didn't work. It didn't work because you didn't do that part. That is so, was that not important? Did it make you feel confident when you showed up?
It made me feel confident. It made me feel ready. Practicing the things that you always tell your people in success factories, like just getting up in the morning and just saying yes, yes, yes 3 times, and you know, journalizing and getting with your supernatural partner. I had to do those things that changed my mindset to make me feel confident in order to be able to deliver on the things you said I could do.
Wow.
And a lot of times it's what you said I can do, and then it happens.
Wow, that's amazing, Jason. So $300,000 deal, multi-million-dollar company. Let's talk about contract negotiations. That's kind of what we just went into. But that's what we talked about. I encourage you to ask for more. And it made you step up and play big in that moment. Now, from that moment, when you played big, did you ever go back, or did you just, from that, did you just take off? Did you just keep playing big, or what happened?
I never stepped back. I always just continued forward, you know, just believing that if you said I could do it, then I can do it. And, you know, it was always a situation that whenever I felt scared whenever I felt like I couldn't take that next step, instead of going back, I would just write the scenario out in my journal. I honestly use my success journal daily. I honestly write out.
It's an important piece, isn't it?
It's an important piece. It changes my confidence. It changes how I look at the outcome. It changes how, it changes my expectation. It makes me believe that I can do what you said I can do.
Wow. So people have a desire sometimes to have like top-notch clients and that kind of thing. That was one of your goals too. How are you doing with that?
Oh my gosh, listen, 95% of my clients are multimillionaires. I even have billionaires.
Yeah.
And this again is what I call the Dr. Stacia effect, because it parallels the wins that you get in your life. And I just believe that because I connected with you and really connected authentically with you, I just believe that the client's supposed to get the wins that are similar to their coach on their level. And that's what's happening. And it's really the Dr. Stacia effect on my life and on my business. It's making a difference in my family and in my life personally.
So you keep coaching with me, and you have for several years. In the last few years, we've seen some tremendous expansion in your business, so much so that now you have a team, you have a staff. You could just, you got so much business you couldn't even do it by yourself anymore. So then we were like, okay, let's just structure a staff for you.
Exactly.
And so we did that, and now your staff is doing things and helping you. So now that you have all this success, you got the staff and that kind of thing, because some people feel like, now I don't need coach anymore. Let me just drop it, because, hey, I'm making multi-millions of dollars. I'm having $100,000 days, $30,000 days. I remember one time that you came by my house to bring something, and you were leaving, and I had that week gave you a practice to do, a coaching practice. Yeah. And before you got from my house to the gate, the gate to get out of my neighborhood, you had made how much money? Like $20,000? $20,000.
Yeah. From the time that I left your house to before I got out of your gate, made $20,000.
Oh my gosh.
It's.
So why do you coach with me? Oh is that it for the $20,000? No.
Listen. One thing is, I come from the Dr. Stacia coaching tree. You're the originator of the whole idea for me, concierge medicine. And you've brought me to this place I never thought I would believe that I'd ever be at. I've gone places and I've experienced things and I've made so much money that it would not have come from just being a doctor. There's no way, it's impossible, okay? Other doctors want to do what I want to do.
Yeah, now you're teaching them how.
Exactly. I coach with you because that flow continues in my life, because you keep pushing the edge. You keep showing me what's next. You're cutting edge in everything that you do. And your business intuition is just amazing. You cause me to feel like I can do anything. I can be all that I want to be as a doctor. I can change the game in healthcare. I coach with you because it's an endless stream of inspiration and education. You're incredible.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It makes me feel good about my coaching. Okay, so as we conclude, we just came through a pandemic and a time where people, were kind of sitting inside, not making a lot of money. And during that time, there were some dark days for everybody around the nation because we just didn't know what was in front of us. How did coaching during that time help you? Did you feel like it was necessary? Did it help you? Because there's not always going to be a pandemic, but there always in life will be things that'll curveballs and dark days. And sometimes, even though we believe to always have this bright, days and sunny skies, but life happens. Right. How does coaching get you through those times?
Well, you taught people during the time how to pivot and prosper, okay? And I even had to pivot so I could prosper. And I just remember during the recent pandemic, the COVID pandemic, first of all, a lot of people were scared. A lot of people didn't know. I'm talking about clients, patients, things like that. And I remember that right now, at that time, people were trying to figure out, how do I get COVID tested, all these things. But one of the things you helped me to do is land a $100,000 day during that time. And that was the whole situation where I had to pivot. You told me what to ask for. You told me how to deliver it. And you told me how to give appropriate health care in an expedient fashion so people could feel safe and secure during a very arduous time. Wow. Awesome, Jason. So I'm glad. Well, I'm glad you're one of my clients. I'm glad you continue to coach with me. And that was awesome. So I think, is there anything, last words for 1 second you want to leave with the audience? Absolutely. I will be coaching with you for my entire life because I have places that I want to go. And I just feel like when you're a part of Success Mastery, then you really become a part of your true purpose in life. And this has been a part of my true purpose and destiny, and I feel like I'm fulfilling that by being your coaching client.
I love it. Well, I'm glad you're part of our tribe. One of our millionaire coaching clients. Thank you, Jason.
So much. Thank you for being my coach.
Yep. So there you have it. There's Dr. Jason, one of our coaching clients. I just want you to hear straight from him. He came to a workshop, live workshop with me, sat in there. He was feeling depressed, overwhelmed, and it changed his life. The information he heard happened to end up on one of my panels at that workshop. We do live coaching, and he became a concierge doctor. The rest is history. Now multi-million dollars later, traveling around the world, and continuing to coaching with us, and still has goals and dreams. It doesn't end there. There's still strategy for the future. All right. Thank you, Jason, for coming in my personal set today.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.